Okay, I think I am live. I think. Let's go find out. Yay, and I can be heard. Woo! I love it when that happens. I'm always surprised too when that happens. Like, it's surprising that shit still works. I don't know. Alright, now I gotta go back to live chat. Hey everyone. What's up? Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna really get a chance to live stream today, but as fate would have it, I have all kinds of time today. So I spent it getting some things done that I just been meaning to do but I haven't done. Spent it playing with the puppy. Really haven't done a whole hell of a lot, I'll be honest, but that's okay. I'm allowed. Hey Megan. Hi Lily. Yeah, so I was just a few things I don't know, I felt like bitching about, talking about, whatever. I was listening to part of Unistream. Like, there really can't be people who care what he has to say. He's so boring and so repetitive and so anticlimactic, I think. Like, he acts as though he's going to blow your mind, and then you don't, and then it's over before you even realize it. It's just like, what? Like, there's nothing that could even be mistaken as mind-blowing. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's weird. Thank you, Dash X. Hi, Sally Godfrey. I don't know. It's my opinion, anyways. He's an idiot. So, but first of all, let's see it. Yeah, okay, I'm not displaying anything. All right. I want to read some things I was just sent. I didn't even read those. Fuck. What did I miss here? Oh, she already deleted the post. Oh my God. Thank you. What is this? I'm gonna mute for 1 second because I'm gonna pull something up and I don't know what it is. Okay, never mind that. I couldn't open it for some reason. I hate it when I'm sent shit and I don't know what it is. I gotta sit here and wait. I gotta wait. I don't like it. I'll wait though. I'll wait. I'm gonna close that out. Okay, is that it? What else do I have open? Why is this still going? Stop thinking. Go away. Okay. Sorry about that. So I am unable to open this, so I don't know what that is. But looks from the sounds of it, I have a big, huge thank you to give to Tina. Because apparently the Instagram post Katie made regarding her father, she has already deleted. Tina grabbed it. And Tina was kind enough to share it with me, so thank you, Tina. Otherwise, I would not be able to talk about this right now. So, this is, like, first of all, she's changing her story again. again, she's changing her story. And, like, I don't know. I just knowing that for a fact, knowing the way she explains situations after, and then once you learn factually what occurred, and then you compare that to the version that she had shared, and you see the discrepancy, you see the vastness and the differences on how she interpreted what was happening. Just the massive differences. You start to apply that kind of realization to a lot of things she says. So the way she goes on to describe her father and this abuse and everything that she experienced at the hands of her father, I apply the same realization that I experienced from previous things, and I just picture and envision this. Yeah, okay, maybe her dad was a dick, no doubt. Sure, maybe even abusive can be applied, but she's explaining this as if she was like, her life was in danger and shit. Like, I don't know. I feel like she's really exploiting the dangers and the horror of, child abuse and serious child abuse, and she's wanting that kind of shock and horror from people over having been spanked. And don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying spanking. I'm not. I don't spank. I never spanked my kids, never. And it's because I didn't want to. I don't agree with it. But there's a difference between that and like breaking a kid's arm. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, let me go on to show what I'm talking about. Let's see. Presenting. I'm presenting though from. I don't have window capture in here. All right, cool, good. That means I get to set it up the way I want. All right, yeah, that's good. Okay, let me check chat real quick. Oh wait, I can do that. All right. Actually, no, let me pull up the chat doc. No, I don't have to do that. I'm getting pretty good with the StreamYard shit. I am. I still got a little ways to go, but I'm getting there. Oh, and I've been working on the Discord server. So I think I mostly have it set up. I have a couple of questions though before I launch it or share the invite link with everyone. I'm going to try and keep it to like members only, but I'm not unrealistic. I realize that shit's just gonna, whatever. You're gonna get people in there who you would probably prefer not to have in there. So I'm going to be really adamant though about keeping some channels just for members. But I'm going to acknowledge and accept the fact that the public channel can pretty much contain anyone. So just to give everyone an idea of what to expect. I'm not sure exactly how to go about doing that, but I'm going to do my best. Let's see. Oh, hey, Tiffany. Hey, T. King. Let me put on live chat. Okay, hey, Al Capone. Hi, Tina P. Awesome. Okay. All right, so moving on. Here we have her post regarding her father. She's reading an email that she received. And she says, hey, Karen, I will use your name, and victim blaming is gross as fuck. And she says, Karen Lawson just emailed me this email. She said that victims of abuse need to forgive their abusers. Then they need to work to learn how to prevent further abuse. Karen, how about we teach abusers not to abuse A child under no circumstance can change their living situation and prevent abuse. I was a child that was spanked and hit until I fell asleep from exhaustion and pain. The reason for getting spanked? Because I couldn't sleep because of untreated anxiety, insomnia, and fear of the dark. Is there any wonder I was afraid of the dark? When I would seek help and cry to my parents, my father would tear into room like a rageful maniac. I would run to my bed and hide under my Raggedy Ann and Andy blanket and shake in fear. My father would rip the blanket off me and beat my butt with his hand over and over and over until he felt like he got his aggression out, or until I recoiled and fell asleep from pain. I have and never will forgive my father for his actions. I have no contact with him for a reason. I've never raised a hand to my parents, and I was the one that was abused. But I have moved on. As hard as it is to go no contact, I have gone no contact. As hard as it was, I sought therapy. I learned his choice to abuse me wasn't about me, but about him. I forgave myself for feeling like it was my fault, but I will never forgive him. So no, you don't have to forgive and keep abusive people in your life. What? Those two things don't have to go together. My son has never been spanked and will never be forced to be party to my father's abusive outbursts. Okay. I never share, but I want to know more about these abusive outbursts, because like the only thing she's described is this alleged spanking or whatever. I think that her being an adult, I don't think that he would go into that abusive type of outburst today, right? So I'm forced to be party to. Like, I don't get that. Like, it's like she's confusing things. I don't know. I never share my story because I'm always worried about protecting him. Why aren't you worried right now? Like, why is this post not at all have you concerned with protecting your father? But you claim that you never talk about it. That means recent, current. As of right now, you never discuss it because you're always worried about protecting him. Well, this post clearly has no worry about protecting him. That it sounds like a bullshit excuse on why you just don't talk about it. When then dim my own story and my strength. What? Wait a minute. I never share my story because I'm always worried about protecting him. When I then dim my own story and my strength. I don't understand that. Strength is overcoming abuse and not repeating patterns, but it is not forgiving abusers who refuse to change their behavior or ever take accountability. Let me pull something up, make sure that these are going in order. So I am right here, right? Here. Okay, so then that's the next one. Yep. Okay. So someone wrote, Chrissy writes, I'm sorry you had to go through that. Forgiveness is a personal choice. I tried to forgive so I didn't hold resentment in my heart throughout the years and learned that people's actions and choices were not personal vendettas against me. It's our own journey in life and what works best in our circumstances. Okay. That sounds like a very reasonable comment, right? I feel sorry for you that you think you have to forgive to move on. She didn't say that. She didn't say that she thinks people need to forgive to move on. She spoke of only her circumstance and acknowledged that we all do what's best for ourselves. Okay. I am emboldened and passionate about stopping the cycle. Well, who wouldn't be? Not forgiving doesn't make me bitter. Who said anything about... Not forgiving doesn't make me bitter. It makes me stronger. Yes, hate sustains me. Which, hate can sustain you. Absolutely. But it's really only... What's the word I'm looking for? Successful kind of sustainment when you're currently still involved in the battle or the fight. That's when it's useful. When the fight is over and it's the aftermath, you holding on to hate does not keep you stronger. My opinion, but whatever. I refuse to take the abuse anymore, and I'm happier without him. Without him. Who the hell cares if you resent someone that abuses you? Like, why is that a bad thing? I don't spend my life focused on the abuse I went through. I use it to drive my actions to not repeat patterns. Like, that's what you need. I mean, I understand the importance of not repeating patterns, but if you need to hold on to your hate for someone as inspiration to not repeat patterns, I think that, okay, that's good, but you should acknowledge that you're kind of missing something, you know? My opinion, whatever. I didn't say that it is a must, Chrissy says, but with certain people, that's what I felt was necessary for myself. Different situations. Wait, did I finish reading that whole one? Yeah, okay. Without Cristobal says, it's never necessary to forgive an abuser, literally ever. That's indoctrination and shame that's been drilled into you. The only one who's trying to shame her here is you. No one else is trying to shame her. You're the only one trying to shame her. Like, why? Chrissy says, I'm just talking about forgiveness in general. Chrissy then says, sorry that you had to endure that with your dad. That is heartbreaking from a parent. You don't have to forgive an abuser, ever. True, you don't. You don't. And that's what I think Chrissy was kind of making a point of. Personal circumstances. You do what's best for you. You don't have to do any of these things. You don't have to do what I did for myself. You don't have to do what you're doing for yourself. You know? Anyway. Someone says, I regret forgiving my abusers repeatedly, but I'm happy I cut them out of my life. Okay, just because you don't forgive someone doesn't mean they're automatically cut from your life. And just because you do forgive someone doesn't mean that they're a part of your life. Those are two totally separate, different decisions for you to make. You can make one that does not go tandem with the other. But I'm happy to cut them out of my life. The relief I feel knowing they're not part of my life. I don't really want to read any other people's comments, I guess. Katie says, I forgave him so many times, but it came. Now, remember, this is her father that she's talking about. I don't want that fact to be lost on anyone here. I forgave him so many times, but it came to a point that was so volatile and unhealthy for my mental health and my son that we cut my parents out. Why was it unhealthy for your son? I mean, if these were things that he did to you as a child, okay, yeah, I understand, like, your possible, like, reprehension or whatever about having him around your son. Sure, I get that. But, like, how was this, your current relationship with him, how was all of that not healthy for your son? Sounds like she's using her son as a shield here. I cannot have a relationship with my mom because she is controlled by my dad. Doesn't her mom have Alzheimer's, she said? Like, when I finally let go, it hurt like hell. I mourned for a year, but I'm doing so much better now. Sometimes you have to cut ties completely, and that is okay. You did the right thing for you. I don't care. This Karen would never say this if she saw, talking about the email she received. This Karen would never say this if she saw the bruises my sister's ex did. 8 years of abuse. He hit her with a tire iron. Luckily, he did break her legs and arms, and thankfully the driver I don't know what that is, was there to wait till I got her a abuse victim. Never needs to forgive. Okay. I'm so sorry about your sister. Abusers will gaslight victims to believe we need to forgive them. And then shame is when we don't. F that noise. So I'm sorry, is Katie saying that the Chrissy chick is an abuser? Because that's what it sounds like she's saying. I don't know. Like, if if you dare to question me or even just like want something different for yourself, well then clearly you must also be an abuser. Like that's what it sounds like. I don't. Why did it go to that picture? I had one more. Wait a second. Let me do this. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I just looked at chat. Oh my god! Thank you so much for the super sticker. Why can't I see that? Silly rabbit! Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's so nice. I'll say I miss anything else. Hey, Sue Elliott. Hey, John. Hey, Clint Adams. Oh. Hey, Silly Rabbit. Hey, Green Worm. P.S. I happen to 100% most of the time agree with Aaron, except maybe our feelings about bunnies. Yeah, they're evil. No, you're not. You're not evil. But like, real bunnies are evil, and they're trying to kill us all with climate change. So. And so much for many hours of honest, factual info she shares to educate. One can always agree to disagree. Free will, free choice. Yeah, exactly. We will never. None of us will always agree. Our own perception or life experiences make that impossible. Intent matters to me too. So, like, if your intent is not to, be a dick or harm people, then why would I get upset about anything? Just because, your view is different from mine. If you're trying to be a dick and harm people, well, then, you might just be a dick. But, most people don't want to do that, though, I think. Could be wrong. I don't know. Hey, Snow White. I thought I saw another name there. Oh, hey, Mama of 3. Okay, so let me see what I missed here, or something was going on here. Why didn't that go to the next screenshot? Come on. Poor girl. Okay, so that's the one I want, right? Why are these all messed up? Holy shit. They're not in order. Why does it do that? I don't like it. I don't fucking like it. Alright. So I want that one. Okay. Okay. So now we have, I'm sorry you endured pain too. The best thing I ever learned in therapy is the cycle of abuse. I always learned how to confront people that abused me, set boundaries, tried to work through issues, and then was told it's okay to go no contact if you can't find a resolution. Yeah. You are so right. I will never forgive, but I moved on and never blame myself for it. All right. All right, so what's next? Okay. You're so right. I will never forgive, but I moved on and never blame myself for what happened, and you are one brave woman just like myself. God bless. I'm sorry. Oh, I just read that. Okay. I don't care about the next one. Have you found a women's shelter in your area? Please chat. Okay. This next one. Okay, this amazes me. So someone says, I was told I was unlovable and deserved to be hurt. Every relationship I've been in is violent and just fled a state from my ex-abuser, and I'm homeless. Every time I've left, I'm being punished in life. My father set my mindset up for failure, like I never had a chance to blossom, and and be something great and worthy of a partner who would truly love me. So Katie then says, don't give up on love. I never thought I was worthy of love because my dad always told me that only a special man could ever put up with me. Okay. Now, of all the insults that a parent could give in these, in this regard, that doesn't sound like something horrible. I mean, I think maybe if this was actually said to her verbatim, I'm pretty sure was not said as a compliment. But it also comes off as something like whoever like loves you enough to put up with you is going to be one special person indeed. Like it's going to take a strong man or a strong person, a confident person, to deal with your craziness. That's what it sounds like. It even sounds like teasing. I'm not saying it is. It just, again, just like in the beginning, how I said, there's a difference between the trauma that comes with being spanked as a kid, and then there's the trauma that comes with like having your arms broken as a kid. You know what I mean? And this is the same thing. There's a difference that comes with you're not worthy of love. No one will ever love you. You're a piece of shit. And then there's the different trauma that comes with only a special man is going to be able to put up with you. That's how I look at it. Like, I mean, I've had some horrible things said to me, not by my parents, but like from people, and then I've been teased. And this sounds like something that would have been said to me as teasing. Not at all the horrible things I've had said to me. Is it me? I mean, I feel like she's trying to pull on the empathy within people that would be given to someone who really went through some horrible abuse, like that book, A Child Called It, okay? Like, she's trying to inspire and collect, like, that level of empathy from people over her explanation of what happened here. I mean, just, it doesn't seem accurate. That's my opinion, okay? All right, I'm not going to keep reading Heather's messages because I'm probably thinking she didn't really want them on a live stream, so. But Katie says, I'm so sorry for what you went through. I'm sure that it's confusing. I know all about how physical and psychological abuse messes with your self-esteem. My dad was on the school board. Who would believe me that he was a massive, controlling jerk with a trigger hair temper? So, all right, I'm going to stop there and move on to the next one in a minute. But, like, I'm going to stop and talk here for a minute. Like, I don't know. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm not saying her dad didn't have a hair trigger. I'm not saying her dad wasn't manipulative or a jerk, like she describes. This sounds like, remember when you were a kid or whatever and you just got really super mad at your parents or something because you didn't get your way on something, so you call them jerks and just tell people how like they're horrible parents, like you can't believe that how bad they are to you, and they don't love you, that's what this sounds like to me. I'm not saying it is. Maybe, and I have no doubt that there is trauma that comes with being spanked. I've never been spanked, so I mean, I don't doubt that. But she's like almost 50, dude. Like, and she says over and over again, like how she's been through therapy for years. She's been diagnosed with all these things. She's been working with a therapist for years. She's on medications and everything. She's almost 50, and she's still this affected from being spanked as a kid. I don't know. Is it just me? Am I being a bitch? I could be being a bitch. Tell me if I'm being a bitch. Please, tell me if I'm being a bitch. Yes, the bunny in Monty Python was absolutely terrifying and accurate. I found that to be quite an accurate portrayal of bunnies. And sound capable. Okay. Yep. Only special, maybe a toad. I know, right? Oh my God, that's so funny. I just thought of that. Like, you know how like people talk about how they had to kiss so many frogs to find their prince, whatever. Well, Katie had to shit on so many princes to find her toad. Oh, I'm such an asshole. I'm sure Toad ex-fiance wakes up every day thankful she dodged that work bullet. Yeah. I mean, I'm not so sure that... I mean, is he a bullet? I mean, I kind of feel like he's... I don't know. Not that he's a victim or anything. I don't think that. But I do kind of think that... I don't think he's the asshole in that relationship. Oh, deplatforming. I still think KJ should be deplatforming. She's actively harmful. Like that TikTok psychic who accuses people of crimes. And the Silly Rabbit says, so grateful I caught alive. Katie Joy triggers me so badly. Worst way possible. I wanted her deplatformed from YouTube. However, Aaron changed my mind. First Amendment rights, even though KJ. Yeah. Even though she's 100% bullshit artist. Yeah, and see, I am of the belief that, like, I don't know, just, I can't make that decision for deplatforming anyone because, well, even if it were my platform and I had that kind of control, I don't feel that that's my right to do that because, like, there are a lot of people who enjoy watching her, you know, for whatever reason. So, unless and until she breaks the law or breaks terms of service, that, you know, I think that everyone has a right to be on that platform under those same, you know, guidelines. I do think she's harmful. I do wonder if she breaks terms of service, but ultimately that's not my decision to make. That's YouTube's. But yeah, I mean, if she loses her platform for those reasons, then I'm fully in support of it. But shy of those reasons, I'm not. So I hear you. You're right. Yeah, and that's the thing. Because this what's really getting me here. Because when I was listening to part of Unistream earlier. Wait a minute. What are my properties here? Okay. When I was listening to Unirock's stream earlier, and he was talking about I think he was talking about Bullhorn Betty, and he was talking about having her taken down, or I don't know, but he's talking in ways that, like, all of his efforts is being done to, like, clean up people on social media or who report on stories the way they do. Oh, that's right. He was criticizing Bullhorn Betty for using, like, clickbait and shit like that, and for running with rumors and stuff like that. And maybe she does. I don't know. I'm not even arguing. I'm not. It's not the point. But, like, what he said was because she reports, like, less than just the facts and the truth or whatever. She gives, like, her commentary or her opinion, her thoughts, her feelings on things. You know, basically that's what he's saying, and that she doesn't have a right to do that because she did not go to school for ethical journalism and shit. So she shouldn't be on this platform being allowed to say whatever she wants. She should only be allowed to say what has been factually proven, some shit like that. I thought, that's insane. Because that means that we can't give our thoughts and opinions. She wants to, like, ban thoughts and opinions from the fucking internet, from social media. How? Not that he could ever do that, don't get me wrong. But what would that look like? Isn't the whole point of, like, the internet, and especially social media, to be able to share those things? I mean, but he wants to quiet it down. Him of all people, mind you, but never mind that. Let's just say that he's not the asshole that he is. Okay, for argument's sake, let's say he's a good guy. That's still crazy, right? But now you throw on top of it that he's the asshole he is. That's just wow. That's really crazy. Anyway, so that's my whole thought on that. And it covers ethics in the Spanish language degree. Oh, but okay, let me forward this to myself. Where is it? Why is my computer not coming up? Why is my computer not coming up under AirDrop? Am I on a different network? I'm going to switch networks real quick. Okay, you might have gotten like a bump or whatever. Like it might have been there for a second. And it's still not coming up. That is so weird. Why is that not coming up? I'm getting angry now. I'm getting fucking angry. I can send it another way. It's only a couple seconds. Oh, maybe I won't be able to. It's over a minute. No, it looks like it's going to go through. Okay. So I'll just wait for it to come up there and then I'll play it. But yeah, something, the way Unirock went into talking about something, the way he explains it, and like, I don't know. I kind of wonder if there's been a bit of a falling out between Unirock and Katie. It's kind of what it sounds like. I mean, it really sounds like he's throwing her under the fucking bus. Under the journalistic bus. If people are repeatedly suing you for defamation, there should be a way to address that. Yeah. I mean, I kind of think that the lawsuits are a way to address it. But like you do bring up an excellent point though, I think, because like not everyone can afford to initiate and to continue a defamation lawsuit, because like it or not, that's something that does cost money. That's not criminal, that's civil. And when it comes to civil law, I do think that there are two different justice systems in this country. You know, there's those with money and there's the one for those without. And I think that's maybe even the case criminally speaking too, but that's another story. So yeah, I do agree, there definitely should be a way to address that in which your average person can have, I don't know, just an equal opportunity, I guess. But, okay, good. That went through now. Let me pull that up. What was the next one in this? Okay. Okay, so here's let me make that wider. Which one is it? This one? Nope, wrong one. There we go. All right, so this is from Unirock's stream earlier. This one little clip, he's talking about Bullhorn Betty and whether or not like she's some kind of reporter or whatever. Wait, let me make sure you guys can hear it first of all. Let me see, desktop audio. Oh, that's right, I don't have the MIDI on. Let me turn that on. Okay, now you should be able to hear it when I play it. Only I won't be able to. What did it connect to? Whatever, I know what it says. So long as you guys can hear it. It's not playing. Why isn't it playing? Oh, because it's on plane. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Going to be broadcast because
okay, now I can hear. All right. I'm sorry. I forgot. I forgot that when I went to record it, it kept buffering on me. I'm an idiot. Ignore me. Okay. So listen to this. You guys can hear that, right? You guys were able to hear that? Let's hope so.
It's going to be broadcast because if it is, we're covering it. She's looking for a local in Idaho to go to court for her. Oh, sure. But see, her press pass isn't a real press pass. Betty doesn't have the authority to print out real press passes. She's LARPing. She's faking. I've already broken this down to such a high degree how the agencies that give press passes have a reputation because they've been educated on journalistic ethics. That's where they gain a reputation or an ability to have a press pass. Betty can make a pass, but it's not an official or a real press pass. It's a fake press pass. It's a LARP of a press pass, right? Oh, yeah, we do have the kryptonite for these people, and it's called the truth.
So, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Because, like, everything he's saying about Betty, because Betty is just as much of a reporter, you know, as Katie is. They're both YouTubers. Neither one of them went to school for any kind of education, even, like, loosely related to journalism. And, well, maybe if Katie decided to, I don't know, report shit in Spanish, it could be considered loosely related, but that's about it. So, by the comparison of their own histories and their past and their own educations, they're about at the same level, journalistically speaking, you know, as far as experience and credibility goes. So everything he's saying there to Betty and about Betty could be applied and should be applied, probably is applied to every other YouTuber in that same situation, including Katie. And I find that funny because Katie even discussed one time talking about press passes or whatever. She said, anyone can make a press pass. Anyone can make it. It's not even a big deal. And it's funny, you know, hey, Unirock said the same thing. What makes it a big deal is the agency in which you obtain one from, which the agency in which creates the press pass. Which, yeah, sure, that's true. I mean, nothing's official, really, but yeah, that's true. That certain credibility comes from having a press pass from NBC as opposed to Breitbart. You know what I mean? No offense to people who read Breitbart, but just I've seen NBC maybe not so much, but yeah, CNN and shit like that. Yeah, they're all one and the same as far as I'm concerned. So I hear you, but I do kind of trust NBC News. So they're not one and the same when it comes to credibility. They're both media organizations. Sure, they both report shit. But when it comes to the credibility that comes with the name, they're not the same. Pretty much anyone can work at Breitbart. They don't have to be educated in journalism either. Where NBC, you do kind of have to be educated in at least a relative field, you know? Like, you look at Rachel Maddow, which I have my own issues with her. I'm not putting her up on a pedestal here or whatever, but she has a degree, like a really revered degree in political science, right? I want to say political science and something else, I think, you know. So even if she's not like just singly educated in journalism, her relative degrees are in fact relative to the shit she's reporting. Okay, so the same can be said here about Bullhorn Betty and Katie. And here's Unirock saying these things and pointing out how there's no education. She's LARPing. She's faking it. Well, damn. He might as well have been talking about Katie too, right? So I kind of wonder if there's been, I don't know, some sort of fallout between them or something. My opinion. She literally made her own press pass and they argued that it was okay that she did that. Hey, Brenny Grey Wolf. Yeah. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Java man. Oh, we picked. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't cover ethics in the Spanish language degree. Yeah, they don't. They don't. Um, they don't even cover like a whole lot of culture. Especially since like, because I looked into that a little bit when Katie was claiming herself to be like specifically informed to speak on things about the dangers for women in Spanish countries or Spanish speaking countries rather, and because she studied the language. Now, she's basically she's basically saying that her Spanish degree is not much different from having a degree in something like, say, geopolitical things, matters, or whatever, and not even close. But yeah, Spanish language, man, you must have to learn a lot to get a degree. Like, what's down here now? Hi, Indigo Halo. I don't know if I said hi. Hi, Sunny D. All right, so moving on. Yeah, I didn't plan on playing that video. I thought it was funny. I'm thinking that there might be trouble in their twisted fucking paradise over there. My opinion. All right, so this next one, I want to just say right off the bat, I am not getting involved in the whole debate or whatever about whether or not this girl was harmed or whatever. I'm going to say this much. This is exactly what I've said from day one. I too thought the dad was definitely suspect, kind of fucking off. But that didn't matter to me because it wasn't his words I was believing. It was the words I heard his daughter say on a videotape that I was believing. And still to this day, I will continue to believe them if and until she says otherwise. So, and I sure as hell am not going to call her a brat for it. Even if she does say otherwise, I'm not going to say she was being a brat. So, that being said. Okay. So she shares this this post. Michael Long's ex-wife Courtney publicly posts disturbing affidavit with confidential information about former stepdaughter. A disturbing affidavit and post by the ex-wife of Michael Long is making the rounds on social media. Courtney Calmers, the ex-wife and woman that helped Michael Long. Let me make sure I'm not skipping. Okay. The ex-wife that helped Michael Long spread a massive trafficking hoax, and I didn't know that it was trafficking, but okay. Hoax on social media about Michael's daughter, SL, now claims that Michael is a danger to his children and a P word. Without a crystal ball, has spoken to sources with knowledge of the case who assert that Courtney has had no contact with SL or her mother, nor have any of the confidential details Courtney shared in the affidavit been disclosed to her by SL. Courtney says she learned of the details from the prosecutor of Michael's case in Collin County. Wouldn't that stand to reason that she probably was shared this information with the prosecutor, since she has no contact with anyone else? So, I mean, Courtney is seeking a protective order for her minor son that is fathered by Michael Long. Michael has been incarcerated in Collin County, Texas since July 2022. In her affidavit, Courtney disclosed details about the case that have not been released publicly, nor have led to charges against Michael at this time. Courtney disclosed that SL confessed that Michael coaches SL to lie about being that an essay by the mother. There was no such abuse. Okay, see. I have a hard time believing Courtney here then, because if Courtney knew this back then, like, let's just say that, for argument's sake, let's say this is all true. Let's say this, okay? Everything Courtney's saying is factual. So then that would tell me that Courtney back then was telling everyone on social media, the public at large, everyone, how this is all true. Michael is not doing this to, this is Sophie's made this outcry all on her own, yada yada, and she was abused and everything else. That would mean that she was knowingly lying when she did that. And only now after Michael had cheated on her and left her, is she now saying these things. Now she's telling the truth when it benefits her. So there, I can't believe that. Her credibility is completely shot with me if she's now singing a different tune than she did then. That's just how it is. And yeah, I don't buy it. And even when she and Michael first split up, when it was first when she first realized that Michael had been cheating on her and was hooking up with this other chick and everything, and they split up, she never came out and made these claims or anything, or made any kind of claims like this. Only now is it being said that she's saying these things. So again, I mean, if she'd come out then right after they split up and said, listen, he was my husband, I believed him or whatever at the time, but then, I kind of see that maybe I was wrong, and then came out and said something. But she kept up her position until now, apparently. And here's Katie, just because Katie's position is that of which she's saying Courtney had claimed, because Katie has said that as well. Katie, of course, is lapping it up and just forgetting about how she lied about everything else in the past. And horrible lies, too, if this is true. But now she's telling the truth. Now she can be believed. Okay, Katie, first of all, Katie can't get a fucking story right because everyone lies to her and she buys into it in the very first, according to Katie. So I'm kind of reluctant to believe Katie on anything because she's either incredibly naive, incredibly ignorant, or incredibly gullible. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Told her exactly what to say to create a viral video that helped Michael raise over $500K through GoFundMe. See, the way she words it as if that whole video was made just so Michael can start the GoFundMe and make all that money. Like, that wouldn't even be, expected in any way. So, I mean, it's... Courtney's affidavit says Michael weaponized his kids against their protectors and is dangerous. Courtney played a massive role in the spreading of the viral video. She doxed judges, lawyers, and journalists. I don't know that she did any of that. How does Katie know that she did any of that? Okay, right here. Courtney disclosed that SL confessed that Michael coached SL to lie about that shit. So Courtney's saying that SL confessed. Courtney isn't confessing. That stands out to me. There was no such abuse. And SL says Michael told her exactly. So now we're talking about what SL says and not Courtney. And Courtney would be relaying these things that SL had said to the prosecutor, right? I mean, that's how I'm reading this. I don't know. And then right off the bat, she throws in this whole fucking GoFundMe thing. Because that was the whole thing that really got under Katie's skin the whole time, was that money was made. And she didn't think it should be. Courtney's affidavit says Michael weaponized his kids against their protectors and is dangerous. And see, this is what drives me nuts with how she writes things. My first time reading this is I walk away with a completely total impression that I'm getting now once I break it down, Courtney played a massive role in the spreading. Okay. She doxed lawyers and knew the claims were false. But does she say that? She doesn't say that. This is Katie's assertion, not Courtney's. Her actions helped Michael raise money, which she benefited from as well. And she and Michael went on dozens of podcasts, defaming and putting SL's mother's life at risk. if the mother's life was put at risk by what they were doing, then what the fuck is Katie doing to so many of these people that she talks about? She's saying the same shit about these people that she's reporting on is Katie, and without any kind of proof. So would Katie be also putting these people's lives at risk? I mean, it just seems like a bit of a stretch to sit here and act like you care about someone's life when you don't care about the lives that you yourself endanger in the very same exact way. I don't know. I digress, though. I digress. Courtney took SL to numerous doctor's appointments to attempt to get a doctor to sign off on the accusations that she was abused. Did Courtney admit this? SL was put through trauma and abuse through Michael and Courtney's actions. Did Courtney admit this? Courtney has no contact with SL or her siblings. She is a stranger to SL. Possibly. Without a Chris Wallace reporting and sharing with permission, as sources connected to the case want it known that SL has no contact with Courtney and never will again due to her continued exploitation of SL's storyline. So why is she being believed now? Why is Courtney being believed now? Anyways, okay, moving on. Is the affidavit viewable to the public? She posted the affidavit on Facebook. I am not sharing the affidavit here because the details included are disturbing. I do not want to tell SL's story. I have permission to share what I have shared. Beyond that, I'm not entertaining Courtney's game. So in other words, Katie doesn't have it. Because let's face it, she shared everything about this case. She had one of her viewers who lived in Texas, in the same county near the courthouse, go to the courthouse, obtain copies of the whole fucking case, and then sent the shit to Katie, and then Katie reimbursed her viewer for the funds that she was out upon getting these. And then Katie went live and shared so much shit from these files. She shared like phone calls with an attorney. She shared a lot. She shared some medical shit. I mean, but now she's concerned about what she could be putting out there without permission. Oh, that's right too. She even claimed that Kelly Long gave her permission and thanked her for doing that. Oh my god, shit! I forgot all about that. Oh my god, I gotta find that. I have 1 second. That was insane. I forgot about that. I have all this shit right here in my drive folder. I know exactly where it is. Okay. But yeah, we're you know what? Let's go over that. Let's go over Katie's fucking involvement in that case. I don't care to talk about any of the other shit. I'm not going to talk about any of the shit that she shared. And I don't have that anyways. Well, I do have the videos she did on it, but I'm not going to share that. But yeah, these right here. So let me do this. Okay, so that's the first one. I'm reading the first fucking one and I forgot. Oh my god. It's hilarious how she says that. I'm not an asshole. Okay, that's what it's called. There we go. All right, so here we go. So this was one of the first posts that she put up in this group. Hello, I'm Katie Joy. I have a YouTube channel. Oh, the name of the group was called the Long Hoax, but it wasn't that stood out so much. It was the description of the group. The group described itself as being dark comedy. Yeah. Hello, I'm Katie Joy. I have a YouTube channel, and some of you don't like me. I've been in this group under another identity, but I don't have socks. Because of death threats I got last week from supporters of Michael. Everything she does gets her death threats. Like, I haven't gotten it. I think I've got maybe one that could be called credible death threat in all of my experience on social media. All of my fighting with people on social media. And that was through my vaccine advocacy. I haven't gotten any death threats from anyone in the drama community. It's crazy how much death threats she gets. I'm here for the truth. I'm not an asshole, and even donated all my proceeds on the Sophie videos to National, Missing and Exploited Children. I'm going live on my channel tonight to expose what I found. Please don't be mean. You guys loved me under my fake account. Oh, the next one. I know some of you don't like Katie Paulson. That's fine. But what's not going to happen is this shit talking to her. She's in our group, and we will ignore her or treat her with respect. This is your warning. And this was, I think 2 days later, Katie became a moderator of the group. And thanks. People don't have to like me. I'm okay with that. No, you're not. I'm not here to start anything. I'm watching the story like everyone else. All right, so I don't need to go over all of these. Oh. Michael Long filed for bankruptcy in 2011 and had a loan from his father-in-law for $71,000. His total debt was $475,000. Like, why is that a thing? Thanks everyone for watching the live stream. I got beat up in the comments, but I don't care. I used to battle people that fed bleach to their kids, so I'm not scared of his sheep. I'm honestly tired of people exploiting this girl's privacy for trauma porn. It's gross. So here, let me exploit the shit out of her privacy. Like, nothing's private anymore. You know, I didn't start this, but I'm going to be the best trauma porn person there is. That's what it sounds like. That's exactly how she comes off. Wait, what was that about? Would you admit it if you were? Okay, I don't know. I don't remember what this is about, but someone says, but would you admit it if you were? LOL. Yep, Katie says. And then next we have, seriously having to explain to people it's a violation of privacy. So frustrating. They don't get it because they haven't been through it. Sharing private victim advocate meetings. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, I love this. I shift through to find the truth, even if it's not the popular opinion. Yes, that's when I started watching, was to keep up with the Amber Portwood or Janelle Evans drama. Oh, well, Janelle is dragging me today. Because Barbara Walters always complained about that. Right? Being dragged by someone. Okay. Oh, remember how Katie said she didn't have a TikTok? TikTok probably already shadow banned me, but enjoy. I'm bringing receipts. Oh, someone started giving her shit in the group. There's not many of these, but they're interesting. I thought you didn't have a TikTok and never would get one. I guess I'm not allowed to change my mind. I've had this for several months. Oh, you finally respond to me to defend yourself. Shocking when you've ignored every other comment and blocked others who asked you about things or asked things from you. Not enough clout on YouTube? Need TikTok too? This is why you are blocked. Well, she can't be blocked if you can read her shit. So, yeah. You can't speak with kindness. I'm a human, not someone for you to scream at. Oh, and here she tags one of the moderators. I really need to look through old shit more often. Like, seriously. Crazy. Oh my word. TikTok is a pedo magnet. So is online gaming. I'm sure these are fake profiles. She tags him and this is what he says to her. It may not be the COVID. It may be the COVID responding. How awful. I honestly rarely use it, but I have a ton of people that like to speak at me and accuse me of things when they forget I am a human and have feelings. I am always willing to engage when there's kindness, but when someone mocks and belittles, I know they aren't interested in constructive conversations. We've had YouTube wars in CC groups forever. If you don't like them, don't watch. Oh, and then she says, well, then they wouldn't have a hobby if they weren't harassing me. Well, we don't want harassing here. We have had enough with the cult nation. Is that Katie Joy's Charles Manson? That's what it looks like. Sarah is only in here to harass me. I guarantee she's reporting back to her Lord Master Troll Queen. That's right. We had, through series of elimination or whatever, we had determined that she was talking about Tina there. So we had nicknamed Tina Lord Master Troll Queen. Oh, no, wait, is that what she says? Who is the Troll Queen? I must know. Okay. No, she doesn't. It doesn't look like. Well, I forgot why we thought it was Tina, but we did. If someone doesn't care for you, they must be a troll. Are these people from a Teen Mom group or something? I must admit, I don't watch any YouTube videos, yada yada. Oh, no, this is what it is. Oh, that's the army. Yep. That's why we thought it was Tina. Yes, they have a hate group dedicated to me. They will flock here. That's why we thought it was Tina. All right, so moving on. Oh, wait a minute. Isn't that what he posted? Girl, anything's possible. I haven't screamed at anyone. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I've only ever asked you where you got your proof, but okay, keep playing the victim. Also, this is my legit profile. I don't have anything to hide. And TikTok is a garbage pedo-filled app that aids in so much of that. So that was the end of that post. But, so here she was bragging to the group about this. Keep the same energy for your cult queen. She monetized her video and apparently justified sharing private info. I don't know. I don't think she's talking about Tina there. Posting a sponsored video, you monetized the video to deflect and gaslight. It's not a good look. Oh, I think she was talking about 10 to life. Be accountable and say, I never should have published a private video of a child with an attorney or her journals. Sure hope you don't get criminal charges for what was done. Yeah, I think you might have hoped for that. So, also, he will dispose of you when you aren't useful to him. I wouldn't latch your career to him. Honestly, it's not worth it. You can stand with a child and not believe a parent is doing what's best for them. That's what you should do. Don't take a side. Stand with the child. See, that's my whole point on this. Stand with the child. Don't call the child a brat. That was my whole point of view. Yes, stand with the fucking kid. Okay. Where is it now? Okay, it's longest post about slap lawsuits that she got nothing right about, and then she had to go back through and correct everything. It's crazy. I really say so many of them in there. I got so much. Oh, all right. Let me pull it up. This is gonna be down towards the bottom. Okay, so this I just find this very funny. Not funny, but just interesting. So here she says, I've had police called on me, doxed daily, so much harassment, so why not add Michael's sheep? The group that trolled me took Michael's side because they hate me. I could say I love cats, and they would say I'm discriminating against dogs. She might have a point on that one. I don't know. I never even realized all the shit she's talking about in all of her comments. It's all about her. Like, she's not talking about the situation at all, really. It's disturbing. I make videos about my friends. I'm gonna get off this real quick. I know that some people may not find this interesting, but I do. So let me get back over there. Where's this one? Oh. I don't know if you want to hear now, better. Maybe I don't have it on here. Okay, anyways, she had shared a post where she says that the mom emailed her and thanked her for what she was doing and said she wasn't wrong and that she was helping. I know I have it somewhere, but regardless, I want to show this real quick and then I'm off and then I'm moving on. Here she's talking about Lindsay Chrisley, like, because that was relevant somehow. I don't know. She shared a post or whatever. While millions are out of work and struggling, Michael Long keeps asking for money. They raised over $200,000 on a $25,000 goal, not to mention PayPal and Venmos when they claimed the GoFundMe was held, but still allowing donations. Some people are done with this. God, I love you. Be my friend. Just don't make YouTube vids on my life. one person says, she says, I don't make videos about my friends. Okay, sorry. I make videos about Amy Duggar and Lindsay Chrisley, but it's about their crazy families. That aged well, huh? Didn't that age well? Todd Chrisley is like Michael. Oh my God, the stories I know but can't say. I haven't seen a single episode. Yada yada. She says, Lindsay is a firecracker, but a loyal friend. Her dad is facing 12 counts for fraud. The other person says, I do think I remember reading something on that last year. Loyalty is few and far in between these days. I have a friend who calls me her little pit bull because I'm fucking vicious when people F with my friends and family. Katie says, yeah, that accurately describes Lindsay and me. What? Okay, all right, I'm sorry. I got distracted there. I'm done. Let me go back to where I was. So, she says, she posted the affidavit on Facebook. I'm not, okay, so is that where I am? She posted, yes I am, okay. Next one says, it's showing a post from Courtney. This isn't for public titillation. In 18 months, he will be free with no more access to Sophie. The case is sealed, so unless it's shared, Michael will be free to hunt down his next victim. Maybe some unsuspecting single mother who would still be supporting him if she didn't know. Don't be so short-sighted. And then Katie says, Courtney admits to releasing confidential and sealed court case information about a minor to the public. I don't remember saying it was sealed, but okay. I could be wrong. What do I know? Michael Long's ex-wife released and admitted to doing so in a public Facebook group. Tiny Tim strikes again, releasing private information about SL to the public. Well, these look redacted, so I'm not sure. Who is it that redacted this here? Is it Katie or was it Tiny Tim here? Which, you know damn well that she's... Because the ones that she clearly redacted have just the white bar across them. So I don't know. Anyway. Because like here, this one, she clearly redacted the next person's name. Although I'm not sure why. This was not all word of mouth from a child. This was word of mouth from a prosecutor at the district attorney's office. Okay. Literally was just shared this information on 2 separate phone calls from a prosecutor and the Collin County District Attorney's Office. I just got these phone calls days ago. I'm sorry I didn't get my protective order together the same day. If you don't like what I have to say, feel free to leave. Okay, so now carrying on with Katie's post. Courtney provided an affidavit to Michael Long's former best friend, Tim Foxworth. Tim publicly posted the affidavit, unredacted, including confidential information about a criminal case involving a minor. Both Courtney and Tim claimed they care about the victim, but this release of information directly places the victim at risk. The criminal case against him, Michael, remains open. Michael has not yet agreed to plea deal, though one has been offered. Well, then how is Courtney so sure that he's going to be free in 18 months? Courtney believes her son is at risk of Michael potentially abusing him. Courtney blasted SA allegations against Michael, naming an alleged minor victim, but the allegations aren't verified. She went with this as though it was fact and without concern for the harm this could do to the victim. Courtney and Tim continue to violate the privacy of the victim and her family as they try to heal, recover, and ensure justice is served. Courtney's not a witness in this case. She is not a party to the case, and she has no contact with the victim. Her son is not presently in danger and was not a target of Michael Long. Michael had one and only one target. Thank you to everyone sending us details about this information getting out. Please remember that just because Courtney says something happened doesn't make it true. So please believe me when I'm saying that about what Courtney said had happened. But just because she said it doesn't make it true. So SL was coached and coerced by Michael. That's a fact. I don't recall it being a fact ever. I'm not saying it's not. I don't know. But I'd be really interested to see how it's a fact, how it's been known, established as a fact. Michael lost custody, which is another fact. I do believe he lost custody. Or no, I don't know if he ever had custody, really. I don't remember. I think that there was visitation or something. I don't know. But everything else is Courtney running with a narrative that isn't exactly true. So you're saying to believe that you're saying that you're sharing what Courtney's saying because you're saying it supports your theory on things that happen, and therefore it should be taken as fact. But by all means, just because Courtney's saying it, she is running, with a narrative, and it's not exactly true. And I do agree with this. Please leave SL and her family alone, Courtney and Tim and everyone. They can't move on when you keep doing this to her. Okay. I think I might still be in that group too, so I don't know. All right, see, here's where it skipped on me before. I don't know why. Let me do this. So the next one is here. Yeah, okay. So this next one, I haven't read what I'm about to read now. I haven't even read yet. I didn't even get that far in these screenshots. So let's hope it's all good. Okay. Courtney, it's time for you to apologize to Kelly, Jake, and me. And oh my God, she did not just do that. She did not just insert herself into this family. Oh my God. Oh my God, she's insane. It's time for you to apologize to Kelly, Jake, and me for what you did. What the fuck, man? Sis, Courtney, this is my public post to you demanding that you do the right thing for once in your life. You first, sis. You fucking first. Oh, be sure to put in everyone's full names here. You want this family to just move on in peace and to not be harassed and bothered by people. And the best way for you to do that, to help ensure that, is to put their entire first names out there in your public posts. Good job. See, this is what I mean by when people say that they're doing something, their intents, whatever their thoughts are for one thing, but their actions depict something completely different. And it's usually the actions that you are to believe, because people could run with anything with their mouths. But their actions, they're not usually going to act against their own interests. Their lives were destroyed after you and Michael viciously spread lies about them online. Oh, you're adding everyone's last names in this shit. All right. Courtney, you publicly accused them of that and claimed Kelly's sons were abusive as well. I don't remember that. You doxed them, their addresses. Kelly was forced to go into hiding and under police protection. Jake was turned into a monster online over allegations that were 100% false. I will say this much. I don't know if they're true or not. I don't know. But he has been charged for some other abusive shit to family members. That much was proven. I don't know. Either way, I feel like if it was my kid, I wouldn't take that chance. I don't. I'm not judging though, because I don't fucking know all the specifics of the situation. So, regardless of what other people may tell me, bottom line is I don't know family. You have signed a sworn affidavit claiming Michael coached and when the fuck did she do that? You claim that no abuse by them occurred, and instead Michael made it all up. You have now falsely claimed there is an open investigation against Michael. I don't remember her saying that. There's no such investigation against Michael in Collin County for that. You have, again, attached that to a child that is not verified or even factual. When the internet tried to hunt down a single mother, Kelly, you also doxed judges, lawyers, police, and me. What she's talking about is a paste bin. I think was it paste bin? I don't know. It was some file dump or whatever. And everyone involved in this entire situation, past, present, and whatever, their information was in there. There was like probably a couple dozen people's information there. I mean, yeah, they did include Katie and Katie's brother and Katie's parents. They did that to everyone involved in this. So for her to say, you doxed the parents and me, like Critical K she was doxed in this thing as well. And me, and it's the me that's capitalized. Not even like the judges, the police, the lawyers, or Kelly or it. It's me that's capitalized. In a group of over 100,000, you doxed my information and instructed people privately to go after me for reporting the truth. You are now again exploiting this by spreading false narratives and misrepresenting the situation, knowing full well the victim and her mom want nothing to do with you. You continue to try to paint yourself as the victim with no regard for the real victim in this case. You keep inserting yourself as one of the parties involved in this. What are you talking about? I mean, Jesus Christ, if your job at reporting is this fucking hard, then maybe you should look into something else. Because, and sure, we may all have a right to do jobs or whatever without harassment. But not when you refuse to even consider that maybe what you're doing is in your job is kind of inciting some of the harassment. When you have to at least consider that. Because like, sure, if you're outing like the mob or something, you're getting harassed. Okay, chances are it's because, you're outing them. But when you're just talking about people and their lives on social media and you're getting that kind of harassment, it might be because you're a fucking dick. I don't know. My opinion. Okay, what was after that? Okay. Apologize to them, the judges, police, lawyers, and me for the damage you've done. If you can't own up to your role, then please keep her name out of your mouth. Well, she has a kid with the girl's father, so she may have to bring the kid up once in a while. That's just crazy, though. All right, so what is this? Okay, I'm not getting involved in that. Yeah, she's still in the chair. She's been there like the whole time. Like she's barely even moved. Our puppy. Apparently she's been tuckered out today, sleeping. You can see that's why I was a strong believer about her being deplatformed from YouTube. She has harmed people in their real lives. Still on fence. KJ's freedom of speech. Sorry, what I'm. Oh no, that's fine. You can believe anything you want. I'm not gonna give you shit for it. Whatever. Even if we disagree. Yeah. I mean, again, that I would really, I would kind of, I don't know, maybe push at the platform for not doing its due diligence, if their terms of service clearly state that that's the case. Because, like, there's a reason why, like, actual reporters don't go and say the things that Katie's saying is because they have a media organization backing them. And no media organization is going to back them if they lie and they're full of shit. Well, Katie doesn't have to, she doesn't answer to anyone like any other reporter does. Like, their reporter answers to the organization backing them. Katie answers to herself. And I do think that, and now she's calling herself a reporter. I mean, I think that there's something to be said about the responsibility one would have with the power they have. I don't know how you do that though. Is it the drugs, alcohol about Katie, or was she born with no conscience? I should not be shocked or surprised, but some things. See, I think it's the latter. I don't think it's the drugs or the alcohol. I think they may add to it or whatever. I don't know, but I don't think drugs and alcohol solely can do that to someone without there being something missing to begin with. At least not at the level in which Katie could have, realistically been involved in any drugs or alcohol in her past. Like, I mean, for the most part, she's lived a pretty functional life. I don't know how much of a problem she had with shit. I mean, I have no doubt that she did. I mean, I think everyone has some sort of problem to some degree with something, at some point in their past. But I just don't think her problem was at anywhere near the level the problem would have to be to have that much of an effect on someone's like conscience. I don't know why I said that wrong. Why is this so bright now? I mean, I've heard like people like call her a narcissist and all that shit and everything, or sociopath or psychopath or whatever. I don't know. And I've always been of the belief that she's just really just incredibly entitled. I have since kind of rethought my belief and come to the conclusion that I'm probably very likely wrong. I don't know what I would think that she could be classified under, but I do think it's not simply entitlement. I do think I've been wrong about that. Hey, a dizzle for shizzle. A dizzle for shizzle. I like that. I haven't even gone through comments much. Oh, Jesse says, I love the other video you made when someone called, I think you mean, called me or whatever, Cotton Candy Karen. That was a cool name, right? Like, and I thought about it, I've dyed my hair like a light color blue, tint of it before, and light color pink. What if I dyed my hair like at the same time, both those colors, like highlights of each color through my hair? Then I could really be Cotton Candy Karen. Hopefully Michael didn't hear me say that because I'll get the dirty look. He doesn't like the pink and blue hair. I don't care. I want to... Oh, fuck. Where did I put those? Screenshots.
Saturday in the books, the unmistakable stage that is the stadium course, the island green to the moguls, trouble lurks everywhere. But on this day was a different story, led by Scotty Scheffler, the one big name on the front page of the board.
I think the reason why I didn't have this thing she said about Kelly in there is because I made that folder before, like, her involvement in the group wrapped up. All right, because I'm just finding more of them here now. I thought I had them still on my tablet, but these aren't in there. None of them are. Where she says Michael is a narcissist who isn't medicated, which again, I don't know if it's true or not. It could be. Where's he's also a narcissist. Read up on narcissism when they are rejected. I'm told he might have bipolar, she says. I don't know anything about drugs other than he smokes marijuana. He's mentally ill, and I'm told he has narcissistic personality disorder, among other things, but won't get treated. He's mentally ill with paranoid delusions. This is where she's talking about that Tia chick. And I think my tablet's about to die. Oh, maybe not. Where is it? I know it's on here. I'm not a terrible human being. I promise I'm not a terrible human. Like, can you imagine, like, going through life and actually having to say that to people? I promise you, I'm not a terrible human being. I promise. Like most people just don't have to do that. It's crazy. And I'm only going to look for another minute. Yeah, okay. I guess I don't have it on here. Damn it. I know I have it somewhere, though. Oh, well. All right, I'm done. I'm done looking. Okay. But yeah, she did post in this group how she, the mother there she claims that the mother had emailed her and said that she supports her reporting or whatever the fuck she is. I forget how exactly she worded it, something along that lines. Okay. So that's about it. That's about all I have planned, really. And we had our St. Patrick's Day parade today. I did not go this year. It was snowing. It's incredibly cold outside this time of year. I don't understand. I mean, I understand that you have to have it whatever around St. Patrick's Day, but I mean, I don't know. It still seems kind of nuts to have it today. It's fucking cold out. All right, so I don't think she realizes how wild it is that she's had such a fervent and large anti-community for her actions since she was at 100 subs. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like, this subreddit keeps growing. Like, it's not slowing down in growth either, and like, there's not any hint either that people who make videos are going to run out of material anytime soon. It's crazy, you know, and I'm not saying that everything she's accused of is true or factual or she's to blame for all of it. You know, I don't know, broken clocks are twice right, you know, right twice a day, so I guess Katie can be too. But she doesn't even consider, though, that she's wrong, like, ever. And I think that's what people just take so personally. Like, they feel personally slighted or whatever. Like, their grievances are not being heard, let alone considered. Like, they're not even falling on the appropriate ears in their minds, you know? And, yeah, that's very frustrating to people. I get that. You know? So I think that's why people just kind of pay such attention, because it's frustrating. So frustrating. I wonder if she's on the spectrum. I don't think she's on the spectrum at all. Not even a little bit. Now, for granted, this is probably the one area in all kinds of development that I have the least amount of experience and knowledge on or whatever. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, but I just don't see that. Like, because there's too many things she's lacking for that to be the explanation, I guess. It's the lying I can't handle. Yep. And then the blatant refusal to acknowledge the lie when put right in front of her face. Like, just, yeah. And then she goes around and accuses everyone else of gaslighting when she refuses to acknowledge their grievances and then acts like they're out of their mind. That is literally the like definition of gaslighting, basically. But I did want to kind of play some shit from Unirock stream, but I'm not going to get into that now. It's getting late. It's already 6:16, and I might be doing something with my son. I don't know, but either way, I know I'm going to do something else a little later. I think. She texts me back. Will I probably be late? It'll probably be late. I don't want to. Oh. Okay. So. We have a good idea. I vote for blue and pink. Yay, thank you. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Have a good day. If you are going out for a parade today, I know it's St. Patrick's Day until next week, but we do our parade a week early because everything, a lot of the things that they book for the parade, they're already booked the weekend of St. Patrick's Day. So we do ours a week ahead of time. So if your city is doing something along that lines, and your city also has a day and night where the whole city goes out and gets drunk, be safe. Don't drink too much. Get home safely, etc. So, all right.